We on Lightskin Television with Shooney the Rapper. Come on for a great battle tonight. Queen of the Ring, Heir to the Broom, Vixen the Assassin, hella fire battle.
Wasn't it?
Yeah,
Crazy back and forth.
crazy.
Wasn't it?
Yes,
Crazy.
yes. Y'all came ready for each other. From what I understand, this is the second time y'all done it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The footage never came out from the film.
No.
What city was that?
Chicago.
How long ago?
About 7 or 8 years ago.
That's
It's a while back. Yeah.
So all that, I love Vixen. Vixen is no rookie. She's nobody new. She's been around. She's emerging late.
She's been around for a while.
Doing a great job on the come up. Came up, hit the top. You know what I mean? But she had to face the queen tonight again. You know what I mean?
Feel me?
Shit was wild.
It was.
And please don't stop saying, kill this narrative that Shooney went somewhere and she came back. Where'd she go? It was a hiatus. She's back.
I mean, it was a maternity leave.
Come on now. How you think you did it?
I liked the battle. You know what I mean? Obviously, I didn't want the slip ups in there, but you know, it was a learning curve. It was my first time. Yeah, it was my first time being in this setting. You know, and one of them echoes kicked back on me, and I was like, oh, where was I? You know what I'm saying? And it kind of just threw me off a little bit, but you know, as y'all can see, I got real comfortable in the third round and realized you gotta slow down so that the reaction comes, and then the echo comes, and then you can get back into your shit. You
There's a
know
lot
what I'm
going on.
saying?
Like, you used to the ring, and it's like the crowd is under you. You over top. Now you like ground level. The cameraman got some other noise. Talking behind him.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a lot of moving parts in a studio setting. You know what I mean? Because it's like a full production. So, you know, once you get used to shit like that, and I feel like that's what happened. I had to just adjust or whatever. It's, you know, it's gonna be nothing next time around.
You think it's likely to your detriment that you didn't get a walkthrough, like come to one of these battles and watch them do it, or you think that would have helped you?
I mean, I think it would have helped me had I been there before. I did go in the, you know, on the set a little bit before things, but it's still, it was a lot of people in there, so I couldn't get loud and hear what was going to kick back to me, you know what I mean? So I was still rapping to myself, so it wasn't really getting the feel of, yo, this shit is weird, you know what I'm saying? But they told me that, you know what I mean? But I didn't get the really experience that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because I'm guessing when you settings that you used to, the stages you used to, kind of hear the mic also on the monitors.
Yeah.
You don't get to hear that here. It's
no, it's fully where you don't, you know what I mean? It's, like I said, it's a lot of moving parts. So it's like, oh, can they hear me? It's like that, you know what I mean? And then such a big boom, you know, when they got quiet, it was me again. And I'm like, holy shit. Well, you know what I mean? And I was like, what was that? In my mind, but I can't stop and be like, what the fuck was that?
Exactly.
But, you know what I mean? So it kind of was like, oh, and threw me off. So then that's why I said, like, I had to get to my third. And then I was like, you know what? I gotta slow down so that I let it all get out, everybody react, and then my voice, whatever's gonna come back, will already have passed.
That's from the veteran adjustments right there.
Yeah, going to, you know what I'm saying? So I got the trick now. You know, if y'all watching this, that's the trick. So hopefully, you know what I mean, y'all can use that to y'all advantage too if it's your first time coming in here. But it's definitely different. I like the atmosphere. Of course, we love the ring. We want the ring back, but if this is, you know, if this is our setting, this is what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to be back. Yeah.
As far as Vixen, the assassin, is concerned, you think she had all three of her rounds was as competitive as they needed to be? Was there a tail off in the third round? I'm trying to find it. You think she tailed off a little bit, or?
I think so. And I think probably you asking that, you probably think so as well. Where I'm just saying that's like the question. I'm trying not to put the question the way it was tailored. You know what I'm saying? But I think she had good material, but I think my material was better than hers. You know, like I came with a different approach. You know what I'm saying? As to where people come at me the same way all the time. She fucked so and so.
I see roll your eyes.
Yeah, they talk about my husband and stuff. Yeah, so it's like some of that shit. I be like, damn, when people gonna start deducting points for that? Like, you know. That's what people like to hear, so I get it.
I noticed she had a reaction in the third round on a bar, not a whole bar, but something that you used. That she used, Nah, something that she used in a bar against C3 about this time last year.
What she said?
Damn, put me on the spot. She said,
oh, really? I don't remember that.
And I can tell you did because I looked at her like, oh, because I was standing behind her. And it got a big crowd reaction. It was like, oh, shit. When you said it, I was like, this shit just.
But did she say pigment or like meaning the skin? Because I was meaning
was
the skin,
but
I was talking about. Oh, she was talking about the cops. Oh, really?
So forth, so on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even remember that battle. I mean, I may have seen it, but I don't remember that battle.
It was on UBL.
Yeah, I might not even.
I'm thinking maybe you shouldn't even see it.
I might not. I can't even. Like, I'm not even going front. I might not.
You talk about complexion, pigment is like closely associated to complexion.
I might not.
But we just looked at each other like, so I gotta ask you.
Yeah, no, I might not have even seen it. To be honest, I'm like. When I was like looking her up and watching her shit, that wasn't one that came up.
Looking the more
I watched that. I watched, you know, her versus DNA, her versus Lisa, and I think one of her ring battles. But like the little shits, none of those even. You know what I'm saying? Like why? Because that's not when you was like popping. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even remember watching that battle.
Oh, can we talk about Flint?
Yeah.
Andre Dennis. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was just so good to see you back.
Thank you.
And I was gonna be real upset if you ain't, even though you battle on a man, if you don't say you black bitch, I'm just.
Nah, I say it to everybody.
Wasn't it?
I say it to everybody.
Wasn't it?
I say it to everybody. That's what, you know what I mean? They was like, oh, you gonna say it? Absolutely.
Trademark, man.
Absolutely. But see, the thing, but you know what? It has nothing to do with complexion. Like, I feel, honestly, truly, you know what I mean, to the depths of myself, I feel like everybody that's walking this earth comes from black people. At some point, some, you know what I mean, some way, somehow, all the way back to, you know what I mean? So I just use it to kind of bring us together, and people always be like, oh, you're talking about complexion.
I get it.
It's not, you know what I mean? My mom, you know what I mean, it's super dark skin, you know what I mean? Like, so it's not that. And she actually started that. She was always calling us that when we got in trouble. You black bitch! You know what I mean? So I got it from her, really. Okay. You know, so it really don't have nothing to do with complexion. People always say that.
You and Dre had a nice back and forth round. Can you see yourself doing some more one-rounders and going across the country and just...
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. I know.
Believe it or not, they don't even know you.
I know.
They know like 10 major male rappers. They might know 1 or 2 females.
I know, it's weird. When that happens, I'll be like, damn, you know what I mean? I guess times change or whatever. And I did have a little time out. So, you know, but I always love to be introduced to new people. So I'm not really mad at it. You know what I mean? So, you know, get in tune with me. If you're not in tune with me, I've been around for years. You know what I mean? Do your due diligence to watching me. You know, I'm around. My birthday is in July, so maybe I'll give motherfuckers a discount. I'm lying. Hit me up. I got 1 round this for y'all. I got,
y'all heard that, right?
I'm out here.
All right,
I'm on my tour.
Names when these ladies be calling me like, you know what I mean, you think big, blah, blah, blah. She won't do it, we'll see. I'm like, how you know? You know what I mean?
You know me.
And ask, you know
me. Hit me up.
I'm not going to forget about the RX battle. I thought that was like
that battle
some
was
of the best
right?
RX shit I've ever seen.
That's crazy.
And I still think you won. So it's like...
No, I absolutely won that battle. Like, absolutely. No, like, no questions.
Were you pleasantly surprised that she came at you the way she did, or did you
I thought she did really well, and the part that I loved the most is that she didn't talk about the same whole shit, right? And I think she might not even mention Fetty. If I'm to be honest, I don't think she said his name at all.
Yeah, she came with some preparation.
Exactly. Yeah. So I thought that was refreshing. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the West Coast. Is it a big difference? Is it more fun? Is it just like any other place? How you feel?
I guess when you're battling somebody from the West Coast, it's a little bit different because it's their home. But, you know, Vix is not from here. I'm not from here. So, you know, that was cool. I would have liked more of a Queen of the Ring crowd. I know they tried to give out the tickets, but I still think it wasn't a Queen of the Ring crowd.
Please tell people what a Queen of the Ring crowd is.
It's just different. Like, it's your people.
It's like a fraternity slash sorority type
like
thing.
It's just a feeling. Like, you can't, like, I can't really put it into words, but when you know, like, you just feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like real diehard fans that understand everything. Well, even if you're talking about some shit from way back, like, you got to kind of limit your material sometimes, because if the people that's not from that era is not in the building, your shit will fall flat. It might translate on the camera as a Queen of the Ring. You know what I'm saying? Like but we're not going on YouTube anymore. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to be a little bit more strategic, knowing that this ain't the crowd that it used to be.
Well, if you say that, I'm going to segue into this. The crowds that you're seeing now in your 3 combat battles, you see the difference. You know what I mean? The dichotomy of the, fan makeup. Is it is it uncomfortable for you a little bit, or like you say, you just feel like you need to adjust because you kind of miss seeing the faces that you...
It's not really uncomfortable, you know what I mean? But again, like anything new, you're gonna go through your learning curve. You feel me? So you just gotta kind of try to adjust to certain shit to really, you know what I mean, master your craft and shit like that. So I feel like that's really all it is, you know, knowing that times have changed and you gotta, you know, if it ain't no more to bring, it ain't no more to bring. What can we do?
You missed 2-on-2s?
Do I miss 2-on-2s? I would love to have my partner back. You know what I mean? Like,
I was trying to get into that.
Farrah on her way back. Like,
funeral, you know,
if I'm not mistaken, my bitch outside. She coming outside this summer.
About to happen.
Yeah, my feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, 2-on-2 smoke. We ready for that too?
And I love the way y'all very supportive of each other.
Yeah, that's my
when
baby.
y'all bet on, you know, single. You know what I mean? But I love when y'all bet on the same card too. That shit powerful. That
It's
shit
always good,
powerful.
right? It's
Y'all
always
two.
good to see us together.
All right, I'm gonna ask the question. Leads. We know you're an unrestricted free agent. Nobody can put their finger down on you, tell you what you can and can't do. You're a grown ass woman.
Right.
Are you going to narrow it down as far as the major leagues to certain leagues that you really want to battle, or does it not matter? The bag right in the situation?
Yeah, if the bag and the situation's right, you know what I mean? Obviously, Queen of the Ring is home, but if the bag and the situation's right, you know, I travel, I'll be outside. You know, there's a couple of leagues that I want to see, you know, before everything's said and done. You know what I'm saying? I battle one of them, KLTV's one of them. You know what I mean?
You got to be on
there's,
King of the
there's things that I do absolutely want to do. You know what I'm saying? You know, We Go Hard is like a second home, so shout out to them. My next battle is actually on She Go Hard, the female version of We Go Hard.
You ain't on the July card, is you?
Nah, I'm August 1st.
Oh shit, they got one behind me.
Yeah,
I'm getting exclusive. See how I'm slick? See how slick I am? That's what I'm talking about. That's how you the headliner. I'm guessing you got to go ahead. That's it. You know what I mean? Let me check my flight itinerary. I might go back
get
to
you
Queens
out
twice.
there.
I went to the first one. I'm gonna tell you what. What's up? Poison pen in the house.
I want y'all to interview. I want y'all to fuck bumper. Shooney, I love you, Shooney.
I love you too.
I love you. Yo, Shooney. Man, I'm out. I ain't trying to bum us interview, yo. Shooney, you nice. Nigga, fuck that niggas talk about. I'm going back to eat. Like, I'm fat. I took a flight and came straight to the battle. I need to eat.
Let's
I'm
go.
out of here. You know what I'm talking?
Alright.
Man, Poison Pen. Man, I've known Poison Pen for almost 30 years now.
That's what's up.
I used to beatbox for him in Cypher.
That's
You know,
what's
in
up.
Manhattan and shit. Yeah, but man, Shooney, man, we glad to see you back. Man. Glad you're here. Glad you're doing your
I
thing.
appreciate it.
Shit, I've always been a big fan.
Thank you.
I consider myself a friend. You're a friend. of me,
Absolutely.
man. I appreciate this
Absolutely.
interview.
Thank you.
And we can't wait to see more of you. So I'm glad you told me about August 1st.
Yeah.
God damn, about 3 cards. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen.
He said it here. If he don't show up,
Stranded.
shame on you.
Shooney the rapper
It's your girl
on
Shooney the
Lightskin
rapper. Y'all watching Lightskin Television with my light-skinned brother.
Yes, you know it. You know it. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Peace.